Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Cup Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Panzer forces, we've got Nero. Spawn on the north side as the British forces, we've got 19Sebastian85. My apologies, I need to adjust my microphone one moment, just seemed a little bit off. There we go. Leningrad, oh, we do have doctor selection there. We see the camouflage pattern there, or we'd like to see it. One of the two options, which means the Luftwaffe ground forces have already been selected, and we're probably going to see Royal Engineers. Or not Royal Engineers, Royal Artillery. Don't want to see Royal Artillery since it's the most selected British doctrine. Commando is definitely a good second, while Royal Engineers is probably the least selected doctrine in the entire game. So I got a double Leningrad opener, going to a third Leningrad into a Panzer Grenadier. Maybe on to build some stuff. Capture up some of these sectors on the left flank and the right. This third Leningrad's probably heading over to the right flank, capturing each of the flanks.
Target captured.
Two intersections out in the field. British HQ still back here, going for either lieutenant or Brun carrier there, looks like. Scope rifle squad heading down south. Oops. Panzer Grenadiers being upgraded some G43s, and that appears to be a second Panzer Grenadier on the build queue. This guy does camouflage away. He may have seen it disappearing, or lack of see it anymore, suggesting to him maybe he has gone for Luftwaffe ground forces. With a closer inspection, he should be able to spot the Leningrad's camouflage pattern. It can be difficult to see since it's a camouflage pattern. Another Leningrad moving over there. This one's moving over here. So logistics. Comp company now being deployed in the field. Maybe eyeing for some early 250 half tracks. May have seen that guy camouflage there. Panzer Grenadiers behind some good heavy cover there. Leningrad captured the right flank. Forward HQ being re-established. Looks like in this munitions sector there. Capturing up the, or deploying up the HQ now. Lieutenant way up there. Leningrad camouflaging away.
We are losing ground.
Had a fire exchange here. Leningrad took some damage, so the Panzer Grenadiers may have took 1 point of damage at most.
One of our sectors has been cut off. Yes, sir.
Leningrad takes some damage there.
Munitions point captured. Combat ready. Enemy contact.
Lieutenant hitting the Leningrad up north, getting a little bit of damage onto it. Or not any damage at the moment. Lieutenant just staring at the Leningrad, eyeing it up. Somehow the lieutenant's just not firing. Usually the officers are pretty reliable firing, but right now he just wasn't firing whatsoever for some odd reason. Leningrad tried to camouflage away, does get spotted there. We'll see a bit of fire in from the MG emplacement as well. May re-camouflage soon. Squad to capture the cutoff sector. Denying income to both munition sector right there and to the fuel sector way over here. Leningrad being repaired up here. Do have right now 2 Panzer Grenadiers, nothing else at the moment. Panzer Command going straight forward 2-2.
Awaiting instructions. The enemy is seizing our territory. Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Rifle squad or intersection firing away, getting hit by now 2 Panzer Grenadiers. We're going behind light cover.
We have territory out of supply.
Luftwaffe ground forces are now deployed in the field. Does fall back early. And we've got a capture of the VPs in favor of the Panzer player, though he is slightly behind in VPs. Kind of grab camouflaging away. As guys rotating around, just trying to get behind some good heavy cover. And over here, Luftwaffe ground forces now deployed in the field. Fresh 2-2 on the field. Hopefully we have field support truck being deployed out relatively soon. He does not have one in the field, so he's going to take a lot of damage from that 2-2. He's probably going to have to ball up all of his intersections and support of Lieutenant just to deal for 1 2-2. He's a little bit far away from getting out a Piet squad. He still needs to build the HQ for it. Probably should immediately deploy it as it get onto the field in order to start getting the Piet squad on the field. Got 4 intersections there. That may be enough firepower to deal with the 2-2s. A slit trench would help him out greatly. Needs to be targeted towards that 2-2 and try to run it down a little bit. 2-2 should probably just keep his distance. And getting some repairs now. Going for the field, Luftwaffe field, ground forces. Takes a bit of damage there. And that barrel explodes. Section firing away. One does fall back. They're all falling back. He does have triage on 2. He needs to use some medical supplies. Lower some of these squads actually getting quite wounded. He's using medical supplies now. Field support truck is deployed in the field on the munitions sector. Needs a Piet squad as quickly as possible. But the amount of 2-2s that are going to be on the field, a Bullfors wouldn't be half bad either. He has right now 2 2-2s on the field. This one's at half health. Luftwaffe ground forces. The 3 members remaining. Trying to get repairs going. Each section is excluded. Oh, Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use a Bergantiga to get that recovered. He does have officer to support these nearby intersections, but they are a little bit buggy when they go across sectors. Offensive operations not complete. Going for a Panzer IV command. Probably going for a light AT half track. A short barrel Panzer IV would be excellent, but that will take a bit of time.
The enemy advances.
We also go for Bergantiga. Bergantiga does offer a MG that suppresses, so it's actually a pretty good crowd control item at this moment as well. So it does have a decent amount of utility to go along with it.
Forward supply lines are broken.
G43 squad's advancing, doing some damage there onto the scope rifle squad.
We must protect our munitions from enemy advances.
Good 2 is getting some nice bit of repairs. When the Luftwaffe squad models do go down, Piet's 1 connects. He may just need to drive that out of there. Forward is possible direction to drive. Does go for mortar half track now. Piet rained a little bit far. PS are of course not very reliable. And it's probably a little bit too far away to getting out a bulwark position since he doesn't have time to build one. Mortar half track firing away. First barrage right here would be quite good since he's been utilizing that heavy cover. First round was a pretty good hit there. This 2-man squad needs to fall back. Next mortar. Range a little bit short. And looks like the Piet squad decides to hide itself. Piet squad rolls a pair of misses there. Another mortar half track has been established. Now we got these forces trying to overrun the mortar half track.
The enemy is attacking a petrol depot.
Two is pushing along the flank. So looks like another sapper squad bobbing up her Piets. Does get double tap on that 2-2, taking out mortar half track and incendiary mortar. Scattered a little bit wide. Double hits that one as well. Ink gets gunned down. Now his opponent has double Piet squads.
We are losing a
And
sector.
short-barreled Panzer IVs of armor skirts should be pretty effective in this situation.
Achtung, enemy forces are attacking our petrol depot.
Mortar half track does get peppered up a little bit.
Send your orders. Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off.
A little bit of damage in that scope rifle squad.
Lines are broken.
That means no mistakes. Got it? Form
Our
up.
forward supply lines are broken. Send message.
Medic there. Medic goes down. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers are hitting one, maybe two models at a time. Looks like just this guy here that's getting hit. The other guys are not in combat. Mortar half tracks flinch them forward or backwards. And also just nailing him.
Our enemies have gained
Verbal wind now available.
Flak Panzer is now available for deployment.
Verbal wind should be relatively effective right now, but I think the short-barrel Panzer IV would be even more effective since the armored skirts will greatly resist damage received from the Fiats. And not to mention short-barrel Panzer IVs are, I think, are a pretty good counter to the Stewards. So the only thing that could really deal with a short-barrel Panzer IV right now would be a 17-pounder replacement. This pressure being thrown on out. So scope our squad, the verbal wind is starting to suppress the Piet squad.
Lost a unit.
That's going to fall back. It looks like Kenigrad has gone down. Best use of Bergen to get that recovered.
We must rally. Attention.
Next mortar, I think, is going to be a pretty good shot there. Does take a bit of damage there. That would have been a pretty good shot if they didn't retreat on back.
Let's not call this one off, lads.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Kenigrad here for spotting. Though it's quite wounded. Mortar half tracks going to get a pretty good hit there. That incendiary mortar scattered pretty wide, but that mortar got a pretty good hit there.
Reporting task complete.
Verbal wind firing away. Verbal wind taking some damage there. Everything's falling back. He's just taking a lot of manpower bleed at the moment. And though Verbal wind probably wouldn't be half bad idea, though he is lacking AT options at the moment. He is getting research the AT option. Right now, at this exact moment, Stuart should be pretty effective against the OKW player. Not OKW, Panzer League player. He's lacking proper anti-tank on the field. Carcass being burned to death. Or should I say double dead, since it's already dead.
Kampfgruppe Leer is now able to enjoy the benefits of our Jaeger Command
Panzer Jaeger
upgrade.
Command
Kampfgruppe
research.
Company has reported in and is ready to be deployed.
It has not gotten the Panzer Support Command upgrade.
Attention, the enemy advances. Awaiting instructions.
This still needs repairs. British forces heading down this road.
My men are eager to fight.
Though not many targets in front of them at the moment.
Our forward
That's just a
supply
wheel,
lines are
not a
broken.
landmine.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
Incendiary mortar there in that intersection, very nice. Verbal one firing away, is at full health. Piet squads nails the mortar half track, but does not go down. Expresses the Piet squad. Board HQ here, very nice. Mortar half track headbutts the building and destroys a couple walls. Squads pushing back. We do have now a double lieutenant on the field, looks like. Great to have a spot for a mortar barrage.
The enemy has destroyed one of the Kampfgruppe.
Kenigrad has gone down. Best use of Bergen to get that recovered. Good mortar hit there. This time the retreat point was more over here than rather right here. Panzer's behind some good heavy cover. No logistics company to give them 4-man squad upgrade. PS trying to hit the above one. Does get hit there. Looks like also artillery here to engage this structure. Most likely will destroy the structure. No, that's a Commando 25-pounder barrage. Not officer artillery. So it looks like we got commandos now selected for the British forces.
Kampfgruppe Leer now has access to Flak 88 artillery pieces.
Flak 88s can now be summoned. A verbal one has been summoned. And the British player is just sitting ducks to these mortars. Verbal one firing away. Got the Luftwaffe ground force drawing some fire.
We have the ability to deploy Wirbelwind anti-aircraft guns.
Another short there.
Advances on our victory points.
This one's starting to be repaired on up. The fresh one is starting to advance its way forward.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
Takes out the medics, of course. Casual clearing station slowly go on down. Got these horses pushing along the flanks.
Germany is conceding a second. The enemy will never be able to match the efficiency of our support command structure.
Upgraded command, Panzer support command. Emulating a good number of those forces there as they walk through the fire. Focus on the PS squads and the Ver ones can finish everything else here. We'll have checked to just barrage the retreat point in order to start eliminating some of that units. The fuck ground force taking a bit of damage there.
Supply lines are broken. Territory cut off from some enemy units has fallen to our might.
So we got one of those squads there. And starting to shoot them back. A lot of these units could get crushed. A lot of PX there. Great mortar hit there. Main gun destroyed. Or should I say main guns destroyed. Incendiary mortar gets an excellent shot there, emulating their retreat point. Yep, and I think the British player is just annihilated. Let's switch with the British player, see what he has. Lost casualty clearing station. Has enough, almost enough conditions for a barrage. Staghound. Also, Cromwell's would have been a better option. Because he's fighting against Rogue Ones, so Cromwell's still at least good for infantry. And his one just got Panther activations. Another 25-pounder barrage here. That may destroy the structure. Sand the Panzer Grenadiers. The forward HQ does get destroyed. You know, starting to get ripped apart as they start advancing way forward. Couple PS hits there. These Ver ones are currently at defensive efficiency. Panzer Grenadiers take a bit of damage from that Piet squad. But for the British player is not in a good position. He does have the VP's capture in his favor. Notice the Panzer player is going to be just activating deploying a Panthers, just knock this one out of the game that way. Lieutenant pushing up north. We do have this point still captured by the Panzer Lead player.
annexing a sector to the Commonwealth. Our forward supply lines are broken. We are losing ground.
Lieutenant capturing up the VP. We do have this verbal one push way forward. Two more half tracks, another verbal one here.
Sectors has been cut off.
Verbal one on push way forward. Does take a hit there. Pietz rolls some misses. Does take some hits there. The Pietz squad needs to hit the retreat button to start staining up. Verbal one does go down. Now got a pair of Panthers on the field, and that should push the British player out of the game. He has no real proper counter to a pair of Panthers. Howdy. Yep, tomorrow I'll be heading home to visit my family. Not today. So, they're talking about actually coming towards me, and perhaps going to a wolf sanctuary, or wolf rescue. Perhaps on Saturday instead. Still making some plans. I'm not really tied down to any set holiday schedule. Just usually things that cause me to miss days is usually work. Either holding me late or I just get extremely tired. Panthers push way forward. British player doesn't have any proper counter there. Lieutenant does fall back. And the structures should start going down to the Panthers. Goes into the pounder. Instead of relying on Pietz, which is not necessarily a great option versus these Panthers. More half tracks have been causing constant issue. He has not been able to properly pull out a counter to them. Casual clearing station goes down. Fort HQ is starting to get set ablaze. And we do have a Firefly in the build queue. Still think he should have gone for a Cromwell when the Whirlwinds were out. Taking some losses there. Stag Hound's trying to hit the mortar half track now. Get some good crush there. Taking quite a bit of damage from these Panthers. Ironically, I think Royal Engineers would have been pretty useful dealing with all the infantry that he was fighting earlier. An early Churchill. Each section picks up Piet. Firefly to pull in the field, needs to keep his distance away from the Panther. Does take a hit there. Panthers overrunning the Firefly. And looks like the British player is going to be knocked out of the game. He is not happy. I will go ahead and fast forward since this game is pretty much over. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.